2-for-1 happy hour starts now. Happy Cinco de Mayo with my guest host, well, another guest host, Miss Lola. Say hi to the people. Look, say hi to the people. Oh, no, okay. 2-for-1 happy hour. 2-for-1 happy hour. No, you don't care? Okay. Welcome. 2-for-1 happy hour, guys. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I always love a good festive holiday. We have a good show tonight. We have a life coach on with some life tips, tells his story, testimonials, how he got into this, and a lot more. Let me see if my real co-host is ready, since the other one just ran off somewhere, probably go lick herself. Anyways, let me get this started by saying cheers to Thursday. That feels good. That feels good. Welcome, everybody. See if I can adjust my set here. There's my Care Bear in it. All right. What's up, Augustus? How's it going? How's it going? Let me see if my co-host is here. He is not here yet. I think he's running late anyways. He had some other things to do with his fourth job that he has. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Just give us a few more minutes. I want to invite my co-host back, but my furry co-host, but yeah, she's a little tired. We went on like a nice little 20-minute walk. But how's everybody's Cinco de Mayo going? Mine is going excellent. I'm not doing anything for it. Too many margaritas. I wish I had that luxury of too many margaritas, man. I wish I did, but not anymore. I've had those kind of 2-for-1, those kind of Cinco de Mayo's, man, and I don't miss it. I really don't miss it. I had some good times. Where'd you go at for your margaritas? And how many is too many margaritas? Let's be real. How many is too many margaritas? 4, 10? How many? What's up, Stacy? Hold on, we're gonna have our life coach on shortly. I'm just giving a little bit more time with my co-host coming on. Like I said, he's gonna be a little late, but hey, I'm here. So ask me anything. Actually, don't ask me anything. No, ask me anything. All right, but actually, I may just start it up, and he can just come on with a few other topics after the homemade. Damn it, 3. I remember you used to be able to drink 6. 3? What? No. That is unheard of. 3. Then again, there are probably these big ones too, so. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring him on. They do. Yeah, they do. If I drink margaritas, she said, I'm old, margaritas give me heartburn. So, yeah, if I have them after a certain time of the night, they will definitely give me heartburn as well, so. Anyways, my co-host is here, so let me get him on, and then we will get this thing started. Hold on, Brad. Just give us a few, and we'll bring you on to talk everything about life. You better hurry up and join this because I'm already this beer tasting really good, so you better hurry up. Let's see. I should be coming on. Come on in, Mr. Doc, way you want to be called. But if not him, then I'll go ahead and wait, hold on. I think I see someone. Do I see somebody? I do not. All right. Let me go ahead and grab Mr. Brad and bring him on. Unless you want me to wait, Jeremiah, let me know. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, now. All right. We'll bring on Mr. Brad then. So, Brad, go ahead and just accept the invite, and then you'll be logged on as well with us, or with me. And Mr. Jeremiah will be on shortly, Doc. Hey, hey, what's up, man?
All right, how you doing?
Doing excellent, doing excellent.
I got your drink started already.
Yeah, 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 I got it started already. It's a little something to celebrate.
No,
Got my irregular hat here. So yeah,
I love it. I love it. You're doing good. I love it. So
yeah, man.
have fun.
It's going good. It's going good. The week is honestly flying by. It is flying by and it is it's it's a good pace. It's a good pace.
That's good to hear. That's good to. Hey, I'm seeing people comment in the bottom. So
Oh yeah,
I don't
they
know
will start.
if they're saying
We
or me, so I thought I'd just chime in.
Just say hey. Just say hey. I usually say hi to everybody. Usually, what happens is like Jeremiah will or Doc as he's called. He is a real doctor, as people have said. But usually, what happens is like he'll keep talking. I'm just like, all right, hi, hi, wave, wave. So that's kind of how the whole thing works. See, Kendra says hi.
Well,
But yeah,
what do you have there?
this is a Modelo, you know, in the spirit of all things Hispanic Modelo.
Yeah, I
So
have
you
Hispanic on me. So I stuck with my roots, and Talisker is what I'm drinking
ooh,
tonight. So
love it,
it's from
love it.
land,
Ooh,
full malt, little peaty. I've visited them and toured that facility as well, and it's outstanding.
where is it?
Scotland,
Wow.
yeah, from the Isle of Skye in Scotland. That's where I got it. So,
Wow, that's impressive.
yeah, well, I you know what? I like all things Scottish. So, except their food. Their food is, as you know, based on a dare. But I mean, everything else is, so it's all good.
Okay, okay. Now, how did you come up with Brad the life coach? Obviously, you know your name is Brad, I'm sure,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I tried
you coach.
the most basic, easy thing that I could remember. Right?
Yeah,
Nothing crafty at my age. You just try to think of something that's easy,
yeah,
and that's exactly
yeah.
what I came up.
Oh, someone asked, "Are you from Pennsylvania?" Wait, is this a joke? Sex joke?
No, no, it's not. I am about 2 hours from Philly, probably about 45 minutes from the border of Pennsylvania. I live in Maryland at this point in time.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. Speaking of Maryland, we have a media group that we're part of called Sarcarrogance, and a lot of them are based out of the Baltimore, Maryland area. So
Hey,
look at that. Yeah, look at that. Hi, Sarcarrogance, if you're looking.
that sounds good. I'm about
Yeah.
30 minutes outside of Baltimore. That's it. So
How does she know this? Who is Empath? How do they know it?
yeah, they're tracking me down, man.
Uh-oh, stalkers already. Look what happened. You log on and stalkers already. So the life coach thing, how did it happen?
I fell into it. I don't know how much you know of my story at all, but I was a pastor for 25 years.
I heard that. So I low key have stalked you too and seen like about 7 of your lives.
Okay.
Because I work from home. No, tell the people, but I work from home. So I've been able to log on to some of your lives with different pastors and other life coaches.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
born and raised in the church, was a good old boy that never veered right or left and stayed right in the middle. Uh,
Yeah.
Purity culture all the way, much to my chagrin. Um, and went to a Bible college, went to seminary and got my master's. I
What was the Bible college?
Palm Beach Atlantic University down in Florida. It's
Oh, that's where I am.
it's a total of a mile away from the beach. How I passed, I have no idea.
I mean, you probably studied at the beach.
Oh yeah, all my classes in the morning so that I could
Hmm.
have the day and evening free.
Love it.
It was
Love it.
brilliant, right? And once again, I don't know how I passed, but became a pastor. Now, I was never one of those that wanted to speak on stage, so I was never a hellfire, brimstone, or anything like that. But I became like an executive pastor, youth pastor, a family life, all this, right? Long story short, I started deconstructing my beliefs, started going kind of like, if all the things I've been taught by, pardon for saying, white men, are these true?
Oh, wow.
You know? Do I think they're true? I mean, because I think, right, by the white evangelical
There he is.
church. Hey, that dog.
What's going
That is
on?
Doc.
Let me adjust my camera. I just actually got off a work call, so I'm all discombobulated.
Yeah, we're both janitors, so we work late a lot of times.
Gotcha.
Do not believe him.
All
All right, cool. Background set. What's going on? What's going on, Brian?
Oh,
Brad.
Brad.
That's okay. It's all right.
No,
Actually,
one of the guys I just got off the call with, his name is Brian.
just so you know, a lot better, because Brad is like the epitome of like a white frat boy,
He doesn't sound like he's in a frat. The guy who I just got off the call with. I don't know what he's doing.
No, you just missed it. Actually, he's from Maryland, so I gave a shout out to Sar Kerrigan, since a lot of them are based out of Baltimore, Maryland.
Right,
that was pretty funny.
The DMV,
and
area, whatever they call it up there.
Yeah, and he oh yeah, see, he knows that. So yeah, he was telling us how he went to seminary school, seminary. Sorry, seminary. Please tell me I said that right.
Right?
Ew.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Either way, he studied at the beach a lot of times.
I did. So I started deconstructing and started looking into things that the Southern Baptists had taught me, and found a lot of things confusing and lacking, and a lot of things driven by just with the way the church wanted to control people, especially the Southern Baptists, right? And so I came through that, and towards the last few years, my daughter came out as bi, right? And basically, I either chose her or the church, because
that's what you meant.
Support LGBTQ plus or anything along those lines, and I wasn't going to lose my daughter over religion, so I left everything, and started over.
Wow.
And so for the last 3 years, the first thing I did is I went and worked at a cigar lounge, just so I could kind of get my bearings, because I had to figure out what I was supposed to do, right? Because I have all this religious education, but how in the world do you apply that to a normal job? It's like, yeah, I can wait tables. I was a pastor.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't have any other experience, right? So what was funny is I went there, I felt like it was Cheers, right? Because people come and smoke, you see the same people, they're cool, they're nice, you're hanging out, you're allowed to smoke cigars or pipes, when you're working. It's amazing, right? So, but then I went on IG and I found, hey, a lot of these people are deconstructing like I was. And so let me help them. I know exactly how the church works. And so I went and got schooled in life coaching, and then I started to apply that to people that have been hurt or abused by the church, or have religious trauma or whatever have you. I work in conjunction with therapists, psychologists as well, because they're different roles. And so I've been a life coach for the last almost a year.
Right.
So and I've loved every minute. So that's my pretty short footnote of my life right there in a nutshell.
Okay. My question was, when I heard life coach, there's a lot of self-proclaimed life coaches out there, someone who's been through a rough patch, and then they made it through, and yet they now have the experience to tell everybody about their problems and which direction to go into. So what qualifies someone to be a life coach? Because I can see there's a difference between a mentor and a life coach. So, I mean, I would say I'm a mentor to as few people that want to get into pharmacy and you know, the realm that I work in, how to do management, things like that. I'm not a life coach. I'll tell you that right now. I can mentor
I
you
am.
about a certain situation, but how does one, what is the difference between a mentor and a life coach?
Like basically, you go to some type of schooling or training. Okay.
Got it.
And usually has a particular field or a very narrow point in which they work, right? So, like some are like they do it for, let's say, nutrition. Some
Mm.
relationships. Some do it for religion. Some, I mean, just they're across the board. The difference between a life coach and a therapist is the life coach is not there to try to heal and be a therapist. The life coach is there to walk through life with the person, helping them achieve their goals and helping them become what they want to become and accomplish what they want to accomplish. So if you ever have a life coach that says, hey, tell me about your mom, you know, I mean, like kind of does the therapist route, that's
Yeah.
bad. They're not looking for that. That's why I work in conjunction with therapists. And I make sure that I think every single one of my clients right now also sees a therapist or close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's important for me because I know if they start discussing something with me that is really, really like abuse, I'm going to go, hey, have you talked to your therapist about that? Okay, that's go with that. I'm not qualified to handle abuse, nor do you want me to handle it because I'd be like, well, punch the guy in the throat. You know, I mean, you go to handle that.
So, you know, what's funny was when you explained that outside of the therapist part, I immediately thought, well, basically, you're just someone's dad for that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about it, if it's your child, like I tell my kids all the time, one, you better defend your sister, and then you better defend your brother. I would rather you go down fighting than not fighting and defending each other at all. So it's kind of funny that you said it like that, and you said, "Hey, punch him in the face," because that's what a parent would do.
Well,
Yep.
kids, I have thought that in my mind. I haven't told them, but I haven't not. You know,
Right.
Well, so what is I know you said you do the life coaching thing, but do you have an expertise? I mean, I know I coach newborn babies at how to live life. What is your expertise?
my my expertise is anybody that is recovering or leaving religion.
Mm-hmm.
Middle of that process, because it's also like a grieving process, and then what comes after it. Now, what people don't understand a lot of times is people that are leaving religion because of how much religion affects every aspect of our life. Like, it really does. Like, it's the way you view marriage, it's the way you view your purity, it's whether or not you drink, you know, it's all those different things. And so, undoubtedly, some of the
He missed what you're drinking, by the way. Tell him what you're drinking. He missed it.
I am drinking Talisker, a single malt Scotch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because that's where my people are from. I'm Scottish.
Scotland.
German
Yes.
means I'm either A, feeling oppressed, or B, trying to oppress everybody. So there's conflict within me all the time.
You know what's funny is if you've seen the new, if I probably haven't, if you've seen the new Disney Plus series Moon Knight, there's conflict within him, so exact same way.
That's right in the head. So
Yep. Tell this guy he hasn't been looking at it religiously like I have.
Hey, let's not overuse the word religiously here too. We got Brad here. Come on. No, so what are some of the top three things that people come to you as far as like why they want to leave the church?
Okay. Emotional abuse. I don't want to say physical abuse. It's more like relationships with parents, because a lot of parents will sometimes disown their children or refuse to talk to them. And then how to look at their marriage. because when you have people that come through purity culture, they feel robbed from what they didn't get to experience when they're younger. Okay. Robbed because they didn't get to make the choices of, hey, do I get to sleep with this person or not? Because they're ultimately told it was sinful and they're not allowed to. All right. And so there's a mental play there that actually sticks with people, because the way in which the structure is set up is ever since you are born and you go to church, you're immediately taught that you're sinful, that somebody had to die for you, that there's nothing good within you except what Jesus does through you, and that your body is God's and not your own.
Right.
All right. And
Oh, wow.
they grow up with that. And that goes into every aspect of their life, so that when they come out and they get married, usually young, and they have sex, that's supposed to be this outstanding thing, because that's what the church has said, that once you get married, then everything's wonderful. And they're like, oh,
well, I mean,
hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Wait.
I forgot my camera was on. Go ahead, Brad.
Wait.
and they got these couples that get married, and it's like, wow, that lasted 5 seconds. That wasn't as good as what I was told. I've been waiting for 5 seconds, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like watching The Matrix Resurrection. It really wasn't that good.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, yeah, you're right, because, and honestly, and I want to ask this question: what age range actually comes to you? Because I can kind of see it, where I grew up in the church, and then when I got around college, and I could see this, I'm like, really?
Ass.
Really? Oh, okay. And then you kind of backpedal from doing your routine. So is that the age group that generally comes to you for people not necessarily wanting to leave the church, but that are more vulnerable at that point in time because they backed away?
Yeah. Usually, believe it or not, the age group that comes to me is between
what? I don't care.
And 40.
How old?
25 and 40 is usually the age group that comes to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's after college. Well,
yeah,
for some people, that's after college.
Yeah, because what's happened is they've gotten married, and then they sometimes have gotten divorced.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, now what? Everything I've been taught, everything I learned is, I feel like I failed at. And
so,
go.
So aside from how you grew up religiously,
so just being free,
what'd she say?
Please explain what test drive is needed mean. Because I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, we all gave it a thumbs up or something, right? So
yeah, but all right. You might want to contact her after the live.
No, I was gonna say, Brad, why do you think, outside of religion, why do you think people get married at such a young age? Is it
the church pushes it? A lot of times the church pushes it, and the way they do it, whether they mean to or not, when you've told a teen their whole life they weren't allowed to do anything physically, and they don't want to sin outside of marriage, they're gonna get married, and I mean, that's what they're doing. And unfortunately, a lot of people, like, let's say the Mormon church, notorious for this, right? And I'm not just talking about Baptists or Pentecostals, but we're talking about a lot of religions around the world, right? So
in the Mormon church, like having a lot of cars you can test drive every day of the week, I mean, to put it in perspective of just being free. I'm just trying to put it out there, because they believe in multiple wives, right?
That test drive really made a mark on you there, didn't it?
It
really did.
I like a lot of analogies, and I'm actually glad Just Being Free brought that up. So thank you again. I did give her a like on her comment. So
yeah. So I mean, it's people get through and go, you know what? I don't agree with this religion I was raised with. And then when they do that, the people of the church a lot of times leave them. And so they lose community. And suddenly they're left without community or friends. Oh, wow. Okay.
Brad, you see that, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's not just a
I'm
Modelo,
sorry.
right? That you see that.
Those
I tried to hold it together until you snickered. I'm sorry, Brad. So that person that made, we don't know that person. I'm sorry. Continue. I,
We love our viewers, by the way,
we really do.
and yeah.
yeah. It was
Wait, can
Oh
everyone
Lord.
see this about this person got a lot of head and finger bangs before
Oh my God.
being Catholic?
well,
That's what the comment is.
Catholics have a notorious reputation. So, Catholics are totally different. You go to confession, you're good.
Right. Exactly. And the slate's white clean. I mean,
Yep.
and then you can go and, oh God, I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, go ahead. You go ahead.
So anyway, they come out and they miss community. They get dropped off by their community. Sometimes the parents leave them, and that's usually when I get to talk to them
Okay.
and walk them through it. So, that's kind of what I do, and I love people. I think they're hilarious.
Have
I
you
do too.
ever
Yeah.
have you ever had I don't know if client or someone that you're mentoring or counseling or coaching, have you ever had you like, whoa, we're gonna have to end this session. Here's your money back. I'm sorry, this is way beyond me. Has that ever occurred? And if you can, how did it get to that point? If you can divulge that information.
Yeah, well, so basically, I have a free 45-minute discovery calls, I call it. Okay, so if
Okay.
some of my services, they don't pay, we talk so we can see where we're at and if this can work for them. Okay,
Okay.
so we talk, we say, hey, listen, this I can work with, I can't work with that, yada, yada, yada. And if they come to me, like you said, with, hey, I was abused at 5, family member, I go, listen, I don't cover that.
Yeah.
I have a list of therapists that I can recommend to them. Right. So I want to make sure that if I ever have to turn somebody away, that I can say, these are people that I would recommend that can help you. Right. They don't leave empty handed. Right. Leave with some hope still of what they're going through. Because they contact me and to be able to share their life with me, I take seriously, because that's an openness. That's a concern, and someone's willing to share their life of where they're hurting. And so I never want them to leave and go, okay, he just said he doesn't do it and left me. I always want to make sure I provide for them another option.
Okay.
So when you hear a lot of the stories, do you get emotional with them? Whether if especially if it's really sad or a bad situation or it's something that kind of hits home, or do you just turn it off and you're like, tell me more.
Now, I'm very empathetic. I a lot of times feel what someone else is feeling, but at the same time, I'm pretty good at making sure that I keep what's the best interest for that client at heart, not the way I'm feeling. Okay, it's very important to be able to have somewhat of an outside perspective to help encourage the person to go in the direction they want to go. I want to make that clear, that part I just said, because I am not there to guide people in the direction I think they should go. I am there to help them go in the direction they want to go. Okay? So what you get with me, not somebody that is going to tell you, okay, you're here, you've got to go there. I will question, I will encourage and question some more and let them make the decisions of where they want to be in life down the road.
Okay.
Wow.
How do you cope? You get everybody's not negativity, everybody's issues at that point in time that you need to help them with. I know therapists need a break too, and therapists probably have a therapist. So how do you, I mean, do you have a life coach?
Yeah.
You know, you know.
I've been in therapy and still, you know, I know it's really weird, but I'm actually friends with my therapist too.
Oh, nice.
Now that that person's no longer my therapist, right? So,
Right.
but the way I'm able to talk through issues and get ideas from somebody that's professional, so that I don't carry things around with me.
Exactly.
Then there's a certain time of day where I just kind of try to turn off, and I don't ever schedule anything usually on weekends past that time, right? I try never to schedule anything. At the same time, though, let me just say that my clients, and I know this is different for everybody as a life coach, but my clients actually have my phone number once they become my clients. They will sometimes text me a question one-off. They will sometimes say, hey, can we meet earlier this week, whatever have you. They have a lifeline, right? And I tell them, listen, if I don't answer right away, it's because I'm with my kids or something like that, and I keep those boundaries up. But I do let them have access to me for quick questions, stuff like that.
Are you busy at a particular time of the year? Let's say around like holidays where, you know, people are missing their family, away from family, no longer have family because they're deceased. I know September is National Suicide Prevention Month. I mean, when is it busy or you have a downtime? I mean, I know it's probably hard for you to go on vacation, you know, with having clients that need to talk to someone, but when is the busy time and when is like the lull?
Busy times are usually around holidays because that's when religious celebration, right? So
yeah,
that downtime is usually a little bit after Christmas because my clients are like, whew, I made it through Christmas. Let me breathe a little. You know,
makes sense. Yeah,
it's different, right? Although that usually when someone is going through deconstructing and their parent or family member or anybody's passed away, obviously those are struggle points.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like some spouse, usually the loss is felt right away, and usually 6 months down the road is when it flares back up even more. Whether it's a birthday, whether it's some holiday, or, you know, it's like they feel it all over again. So, you know, downtime, the great part is I take a vacation whenever I want.
That's good.
Because
That's good.
I get my calendar. I set my schedule, and I'll usually tell my clients, I'm going to be out this week. You know, I'm sorry, but I need to leave. I need to get some mental perspective or go enjoy the sun or the mountains or whatever have you.
Okay.
Cool.
And I missed it. Sorry, I missed the first part when you came on. Which area of the country are you located in?
Maryland, 30 minutes outside.
That's right. You did say that.
Yep.
Okay.
2 hours outside Philly and 4 hours outside New York.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
And 1 hour outside of DC if you really want to go there.
You ever visit any of those, or you just kind of stay in your area?
Well, I visited New York. I have family in Philly. Baltimore, obviously, it's 30 minutes away. Been down there multiple times and been to DC as well. So I love the location that I have and the different hubs that are located there.
That's good. I mean, we kind of like that. You know, I can go. I'm in Tampa, so I can go a couple of hours, you know, his way, or maybe that like to Miami.
Where in where in Tampa?
What? West Chase, like West Chase Town and Country area. You heard of that?
I spent 7 years in Spring Hill, which is about 45 minutes north.
Oh, wow. My mean cousin stays up that way, and I make jokes about going up to see him like it's gonna take me 3 hours, so I don't really go and see him that much. Plus, I'm a little mad at him because he took some new furniture that my aunt bought, and he took it before I could get to it.
Oh.
So, yeah.
No, well, I like the Tampa area. I thought I
I
love
love it.
the area.
I love it. I love it.
Hmm.
So you do a lot of downtime stuff to kind of recoup, which everybody needs. But at one point, do you think that, have you ever thought that, man, I need to just outreach or reach more people? I know I'm at a steady pace right now, but I can do more, or I need to do more, or I need to reach out or build, you know, my coaching lifestyle to reach more people. Have you thought about that, or you're comfortable kind of where the numbers are right now? And do you do stuff virtually?
Yeah, my stuff is all virtual,
Okay.
right? I take that back. I do have one client that's not virtual, but the majority of my stuff is virtual. Like I've met with people that are in California. I've met with people in France. I've met with people in the UK.
Wow. Okay.
So, I'll meet people wherever they're at. I've thought about pushing for a little bit more, but I don't want to lose the quality that I can put into the people I have, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Because
does. It does.
more time,
it does.
so there's prep time that goes into before you meet, and then there's prep or post after where you devise a plan and when you're going to talk to. And I text them during the week as well. When they're not talking to me. See, that's the difference between a life coach and a therapist. Therapist, you
Yeah.
meet and you're not until next week. I'll meet with them and then I'll keep tabs on them throughout the week until we meet again to let them know they're not alone in what they're doing.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'm always willing to take more as long as it does not hurt the clients that come in, in the way of what I can offer them.
Okay. At what point do you say, or not do you, but you said it's based on the clients. At what point does the client say, you know what, Brad, I'm good? How do we terminate this? Do we shake hands and part ways? Is it, I sign a piece of paper and then, bill me later? Like, how does that work where you're closing out, or is it a process to close out from being coached in the way that you're coaching them?
Well, first of all, I love it when a client can look at me and go, okay, I'm good. I think we've reached that. I'm not, hey, I'm not a lifetime coach, right? I'm not there to keep them attached to be on their own, right? So a lot of times when we get closer to the end of the package that they've chosen, whether it's just a one-off, whether it's 3, whether it's 5, whatever it may be, ask them how they're feeling, what they think, where they're at, if they like to continue. If they do, what would you like to talk about, direction?
Mm-hmm.
And I leave it totally in their ballpark. I'm not ever going to tell them that they need more coaching. I think they may be able to benefit from times, but it's still totally their call with that. And so when they say, hey, listen, I'm probably not going to do another package of fun. I'm probably good. I said, that's fine. But they always know that if they need a one-off or something like that, when they need to come back just for an hour and meet with me, that they're more than welcome to do that. That they don't lose conversations with me forever. It's just, they want to come back. Okay. For example, I had this gentleman who I was working with, and we were meeting questions. And on the third time, he goes, I don't have an answer to these questions. That's going to really hinder about forward, isn't it? It's like, yeah, we can't go forward until you answer these questions, whatever they may be. And he goes, yeah, I think I really need to do some soul searching and figure out these before, I can go on. I go, that's fine. Take the time. He goes, can I get back to you when I do figure those out? And I go, yeah, sure. And that was it. That's okay.
Well, I guess, do you have a pack of questions already there, or you just write them pertaining to the individual?
To the individual. A lot of times it depends on what they're struggling with. So every individual, every deconstruction is different. If somebody tells you they're a professional at deconstructing, or they have it down, or they mark it that, hey, listen, I've got it all figured out, they're lying to you.
Okay.
Everybody is different. Every situation is different. There's no clear-cut answers to everybody. And so every situation that comes my way is a blank slate. Let's do this together. I don't have a pre-understanding. I don't have a list of questions written out for them of how they can get to where they want to go, because we're figuring that out.
What's the sweet spot of getting to that point to where you're like,
Yeah.
bam, we got it? Is it
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Yeah.
the first, I won't say the first episode, the first meeting, the third meeting, the fifth meeting, because we're still trying to peel back that onion? I mean, what is that sweet spot on average that you've gotten to the client and said, okay, we pinpointed what the issue is?
Usually, if in my experience, this is just my experience, it's been between 3 and 5.
Wow.
Those two. Because, and this is the brilliant thing and the most amazing thing, is the clients that I have are very honest, very open. Like, they'll tell you what exactly is going on, what they've done, and everything. Because they want help. They want to know there's more than what they've been living, right? And so they just kind of go, wow, which is great. Then it's a matter of sifting through and then asking questions, sifting through until you finally get to that point, just like you said, between 3 and 5, in my opinion, where you look and go, okay, we're starting to pick up our stride. I would say by session 5, we have got a really, really good idea where we're running, on where that is. Now, 1, 2, and 3, you're right, is all about the groundwork of where someone's at. And that does with their past, their present, and their future. Okay, or where they want to go to, where they've been, where they're at now, to where they want to go in the future. And so that allows us to construct a plan of what they want, what they figured out, what they truly want, and it can always be tweaked. And the questions that I can come up with and allows them to move forward into the direction, forward to the direction they want to go, right? So let's say they want to repair a relationship. Let's say they want to feel like a better parent to their kids, and because they want to undo what they feel like religion has done to them. Whatever it may be, we find that sweet spot, and they tell me what they're struggling with, and then we move on.
What are since you mentioned something about repairing relationships, what are some of the things that you would say to someone trying to repair a relationship, or even get out of one, or even get over someone that they shouldn't be with anyway because they're stupid?
Right.
Okay, those are 3 very different questions.
3 sessions.
Uh-oh, I got problems.
Yeah, give him a call.
So repairing relationships, first of all, okay, let me try to break this down on the type of relationship, right? So are you trying to repair a marriage? Are you trying to repair just a regular boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend relationship? Are you trying to repair your relationship with your children? I mean, because all those are different.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I guess to go another level, to repair something, or even see if it's worth repairing with someone, as in a relationship.
Well, okay.
Male and female.
Yeah. Okay. So repairing, I think, begins with the individual themselves. Okay. It begins with them being self-aware of where they are at.
Yep.
That's where we start. Okay. It's not about fixing the other person.
Exactly.
So we would start there, and through a series of helping them become more self-aware of their strengths, struggles, the way in which they view relationships, the expectations they got when they were younger from their parents or from religion or from anything else. There is a long process, I think, in helping the person become self-aware of all the different aspects of themselves to even begin to heal a relationship if it can be healed.
Well, you said the magic word there, self-awareness. I like
Yeah.
that. That is so true.
And to get to the point where, hey, listen, if they become self-aware and they realize, hey, this is not for me. I'm compromising who I am in being in this relationship, having the courage and the confidence to say, hey, I don't need to be a part of that. And that person deserves better than that.
Yeah. What about when trying to get over someone who, for some reason, has a control over you in almost every way, mentally, and I guess we'll say spiritually and emotionally? Like, what are some of the steps that you would say, hey, I mean, is that also self-awareness or is that something else?
I think some of it's self-awareness, although I would be more prone to, at that point in stage, because that's more of, kind of falls in line of an addiction in a sense. The way you
Like sex addiction?
describe that, like the person can't live with someone without someone else. The person is
Oh yeah.
on someone else. The person is like, they can only, view that person. The way in which that you brought that out, whether you're not meant to or not, I would almost say, hey, listen, that's also a good place for me to work with a therapist with that person on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there are deep issues. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
put it this way, that's not a going forward. That's a, hey, having to look back for a therapist to look back on. Okay. I'd like to try to say, hey, this is us being self-aware and moving forward.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, that was a good point that you said, because I think at that point, unless, like you said, incorporate the therapist, unless the therapist can actually fix that problem, because it could be some issues where, I mean, we hear it all the time about men and women getting into it, and the lady is always staying in the relationship because that's what she saw her mother do. Or the male saying, well, you know what, I'm the man of the house, pat, 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 I'm going to slap you because that's what he saw his father do. So it must be normal. So that's deep rooted into their characteristics, personalities, which, I mean, I don't know if I can change somebody, because like you said, part of what you do is changing yourself, not the other individual.
Exactly. And just like someone says there, that's trauma. Trauma should be handled by a therapist.
Okay, so Brad don't do trauma.
Or
Brad,
or drama. No, I'm just kidding.
wait, Brad does drama. He don't do trauma.
Okay.
No trauma.
Wait, someone said this person looking to fill a hole. Oh, that's sexual. Wait,
No.
is it?
Hey,
he said that person look.
That's not a good question, but that is a good question for drama. Has there ever been a client to where it's like, woo, I should not have,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like, woo, when is this hour over with? I mean, you can say that, you can not say that, but I mean, we talk about some people with some issues. We know several people in both of our respective cities that have some issues, but it's kind of like, you're the person they're going to, and it's kind of like, whoa. Well, we have 59 minutes. You got a minute left. This is my
Yeah, that drama usually, okay, so this is going to sound terrible, but usually coming out of a church, I can handle drama. Because
wow.
He's actually right. Exactly.
So, drama, okay. Because I usually can pick through the drama. Okay, let's get back to the basis. Let's look at the foundation here. Forget about all this other stuff. Let's focus on you and where you want to go. And all this other stuff will hopefully work itself out. But we're not I don't want to hear what Aunt Mary said to him at, Thanksgiving. That I mean, and the list goes on. Brothers, cousins, roommates, nephews, right. Stuff like that. Unless it's relevant to, where they want to go. Yeah. Right. So, it's drama. Every one of us has drama.
Yep.
That's just
exactly. People who are in your field who constantly do this with clients, and I've always asked this question: when you're out in public, and you're not working directly with one of your clients, is it always something? Are you almost obliged to walk up to somebody like, "Hey, here's my card. You definitely need to call me." Like, do you stand by the wayside and watch it unfold, or it's kind of like, how would I take this? Okay, I can fix her in 3 sessions. Or like, how does that work out when you're out in public, when you really, want to jump in, but you don't want to jump in, that kind of thing?
Well, okay. First of all, I don't think it's possible for me to ever fix a session. All right, so that's totally right. So I would say that there are people that I pass and be like, oof, but I don't give out my card like that.
Okay.
At all. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of times I walk around and I don't act like a life coach as I walk around, right?
Okay,
Good.
All right.
I'm out. I'm enjoying the person I'm out with, or more than likely, I'm looking to go into the store, conquer, and get back out again. Especially.
Well, yeah, especially nowadays. I mean, going to Walmart and
Yeah, that's scary, right? So I'm in and out. So, and no, that was not a sexual reference, by the way. So,
he probably thought so.
No,
I know he thought so.
I didn't think so until he said something, but I know it was brewing up in your mind.
No. It's the people on here. They've been talking about finger bangs and filling holes. That's not me.
I did see that, by the way. Yeah, that was he snuck that one in there, filling voids.
I'm a man of the cloth. Man.
Yeah. All right. Hey, that's
he is ordained to what is it? You're certified to.
Oh yeah, weddings and bar mitzvahs.
Yeah. What's the term? Officiate. There we go.
Officiate.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm officiating a wedding next month for
nice.
A couple for her and her partner that I would never have been allowed to do if I was in a church. So
wow, that's good.
Really?
That's great.
So, friends of mine, I love it. So
wow.
Yeah.
Good God. Somebody else said in and out. Wow. Okay, no more in and out.
She said no one likes in and out, so.
Well, I like this kind of like a wet washcloth. I mean, that's I mean, what do you do?
Well, yeah, Kendra, what do you do? Go ahead and put that in the comments about that wet washcloth.
Wait, what do you do with a wet washcloth? Well, what?
Wash your face, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
as long as you're not washing your face and washing your behind at the same time. Just saying. That's nasty. Use 2 different rags, people. That is the life coach quickie of the day, since we're being perverted. Do not wash your behind and turn around and wash your face at the same time. That's a clause right.
Oh.
Wow. Brad, we don't know her. This one right here, we don't know her.
Sure.
I'm a man of the washcloth. That's good.
Well,
that's good.
I missed our topics, and I do have little something, some fun facts for Cinco de Mayo today. But before we get into that, Brad, it's been a pleasure having you on. We're coming on the top of the hour. And, how can people get a hold of you? How can people reach out to you if they need some life coaching in their life? Where can they find you at?
Easy enough. Go to my IG page, brad.lifecoach, and I'm there. You can DM me. Or if you go up, my website's in the bio. Click on that, and you can find all about me, basically. So if you want to do more research on me, feel free. Podcasts, stuff like that I've been on, as well as there's a calendar you can request an appointment there, or just DM me. Either way, it's good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, man. And let them know. I mean, I know you're definitely more, I guess, leaving the church related, but you can also answer other life questions in a lightweight manner.
Sure, Ken. Yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Just throwing it out there.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
No problem,
No
Brad.
problem.
Stay on
Please
though,
come
Brad.
back.
Stay on though
Will do.
for our joke of the week and our
Oh God.
facts about Cinco de Mayo. All right, everybody.
Oh
It
God.
is now time for some Cinco de Mayo facts. So, of course, today is Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May. It is not related to the country of Mexico
Oh shit.
Independence Day.
Wait.
Oh,
We got a question. Oh, he just left. We got a question. Damn it.
Brad,
Brad, we got a question. Brad, come back. We got a question.
Counter pivot. Well, while we get Brad back on, we're going to go ahead and talk about Cinco de Mayo facts. So, the 5th of May is not the Mexican Independence Day. Mexico was actually independenated, found their independence September 16th, 1810. That is the official day of Mexico and their Independence Day. The other fact is during the battle that Cinco de Mayo is known for, the Mexican army had 2,000 troops, while the French army had 6,000, and the Mexican army won. With that, the general who led the Mexican army was 33 years old. I'm 40. I'll be 41 this year. He was 33, and they won. Cinco de Mayo
Brad, come back.
Was not recognized in the United States until 1933. So those are some fun facts for Cinco de Mayo. Brad, we did have a question that someone
We got a question.
who was very perverted, who was finger banging. Now they want to be serious. What was the biggest contradiction you encountered during your pivot from teachings you learned growing up?
Oh God.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah. Loaded nacho question.
Wow. Okay. There are so many. So the teachings growing up were, okay, just broadly, okay, real quick. The teachings growing up was like everybody's welcome at the church. You know, you see that on signs. You see it everyone, all are welcome. That's really kind of bullshit, if I can say that.
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah.
Because it's nothing but a bait and switch. It's like you are welcome, but you're expected to change and not be you once you get in the church. All right? You're expected to give up yourself to conform to a different lifestyle than you were when you walked in. And so until you do that, you're not serving, you're not really part of the community until you do that.
Wow.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, because, I mean, take, for instance, all are welcome. They say that that's not true. If you have someone with a different lifestyle that walks in, I can that they're not allowed to volunteer. They will take your money, but you're not allowed to have a platform, or you will always be looked at as incredibly sinful until you change that lifestyle. And you will never be fully, I want to say, loved, really, is when it comes down to it, for who you are. It's only what you become after.
So hence the deconstructing that you do.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Peel it back.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
Okay. Look at that. Bringing it full circle. Look at that. Okay.
Hey, Beasley, I hope that answered your question and you will stop going around randomly finger banging different individuals. All right.
Yeah. Anyone else have a question for this man before we let him go? We're so sorry about that, Brad.
Before the joke of the week, does anyone have any more questions while they're typing that in there? There's yeah. Yeah, that is true.
That's very accurate.
Yep. All right, the joke of the week, and it is Cinco de Mayo themed. And you know, I don't know if he said it before I got on, but generally we do not talk about race, politics, or religion unless those three are geared to what you do when you come on as our guest. And of course, religion in this case was perfectly okay. When you're trying to look up Cinco de Mayo jokes, you got to be very careful with race that are out there. And these were for kids. So this is probably the cleanest one that I can find that would not offend any of our Mexican listeners.
Thank you.
But here it goes. We'll see. Post it in the comment. Dad joke. Mexican Cinco de Mayo Mexican joke of the week. All right, how do you break up a Cinco de Mayo party? You call 911. There we go, everybody. There we go. And that was probably one of the cleanest ones.
I'm about to open this up. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for joining in for another episode of 2 for 1 Happy Hour. We had Brad the Life
That was
Coach,
awful.
who is not Brian
Thank
the
you,
Life
Brad.
Coach, but Brad the Life Coach. You know where to find him. Go follow, like. He. How often do you go live on your page?
I try to go
Noon?
one or two times a week.
Okay.
On the lineup.
Okay, cool. Once or twice.
I see him at noon.
I'm away.
Once or twice a week, you can catch him on his page. I was about to say on 2 for 1. We would not be on it at noon. But next week we will be back on. I believe we have someone lined up. We're going to bring my nephew back on to talk about cryptocurrency and NFTs. He is going to be back on to talk about that. He's very passionate. It might be a part 1 and part 2 because he has a lot to say to talk about that. If you're interested in Bitcoin, if you're interested in crypto, if you're interested in NFTs, I don't even know. I mean, I do crypto, but anyway, he'll be on. Brad, again, thank you for coming on. Thank you for entertaining us.
Thank you, Brad.
Dealing with this one up here, but we definitely enjoyed you, and hopefully we can definitely have you back on our show in the future. But until then, hey, you know where to find us, everybody. Next week, every Thursday, 2 for 1 Happy Hour live, closing it out 7 p.m. See you next week.
Well, I'm out of alcohol anyways.
There we go.
Enjoy your weekend.
Peace.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Bye.